not your boyfriend, baby. I ain't your cute little sex toy. I'm not your lion or your tiger. Won't be your nasty little boy. I'm not your boyfriend, baby. I can't grant your every wish. I'm not your knight in shining armor. So I just leave you with this.
Yo, what is up? What is up, folks? Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. This is the New Japan Rebound podcast, folks. I'm super juiced to be here today. Over the weekend, we had Battle in the Valley in San Jose, California. Oh my goodness, folks. It was insane. The crowd was hot. There was life for everything that was going down. I mean, I was outside with the folks out there. They were juiced. The fans and the merch lines was going insane. I mean, everybody was ready for this event. There's no doubt that this was the biggest event for New Japan in the States for right now, because later in the night, we found out that it was going to get a whole lot bigger. But other than that, folks, let me go ahead and get through the pleasantries. We are under the Value of Wrestling umbrella, which you can find in the link tree below. Follow us on YouTube. That's where you catch my boys, Big Time, Paul S., where they break it down on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, letting you know what's in on each form of wrestling. Catch all the reels that happen during the day, this history of wrestling. I mean, folks, it's lots and lots of stuff to watch and enjoy as a wrestling fan. And then, as usual, you will catch me on Tuesdays on YouTube with the Rebound podcast. And when you want the band back together, folks, catch us on Sundays at noon, where we do everything with our weekly roundup. Now, before I get into this, folks, I just want to say one thing is, man, obviously you see me wearing the shirt. You see where my support was this weekend. I mean, the story going into Battle in the Valley, that this could be the last time we see Will Ospreay and Okada. We don't know what's going on with them yet, but the last time you see these two men go head to head. And man, well, let me tell you for sure, folks, it was a banger, but we'll get to that when the time comes. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and get into this card. We kicked off the night with GCW's own Matt Vandergraaf against Goldie. Great stellar match, good high-flying moves. I mean, these guys went back and forth trying to make a name for themselves. I mean, I couldn't complain about the match. The crowd was extremely hyped to this. They were juiced to see what was going on during this match. But in the end, with the 450 splash, Vandergraaf hits it, gets the win. I mean, it was great. It was great. No complaints here. Nothing. The next match on the card, we had Stephanie Valkyr and Vivian Van. Obviously, Vivian Van, folks were happy to see her. It was a good debut in San Jose. Obviously, Stephanie Valkyr we've seen a few times on the New Japan World. If you follow them, if you subscribe to their platform, obviously you see her multiple times. Great talent. I mean, the women's match was insane. They loved it. The crowd was hot for it. It's one of the few times that I've ever seen a crowd stay hyped during a women's match. Nothing against the women themselves. It's just the way they've been presented as of late on television, where the fans are just like, you know what, this is not our thing. But not that night, folks. Not on Saturday. They obviously was ready for whatever. They were just insane. But we get Stephanie Valkyr with the win. Again, great match. I was super amped. My kids were juiced. My daughter was loving it. My son went nuts. My good brother, he was there with me. He was insanely juiced for this whole show. This was his first time there. Then we go ahead and we kick off the night, folks, with a 6-man tag. We had Fred Rosser, the Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu, and the Shooter Shota Umino against Teams Filthy Jorel Nelson, Royce Isaacs, and Tom Lawler. Let me tell you this. I wanted to see Fatu and Lawler go toe to toe because we know the way they work. I would definitely was hoping for the big one on this one. It just, like I said, folks, it was the crowd. We get Russell and Lawler to open up the match with a nice back and forth until Team Filthy took over the ring, obviously cutting off tags, making sure that no one's making the big tags to happen, until we get the hot tag to Fatu, who definitely came in and cleaned house. I mean, the fans were behind them. I was juiced to see them. In the end, folks, we get a Death Rider and we get a winner of Fred Rosser, Jacob Fatu, and Shota Umino. After the match, there was a little hokiness, folks, but you know what? It blew the world by storm. We dropped it here first on Value of Wrestling. While Shota was out there showing the fans love, taking pictures, we get a masked assailant attacking Shota that hopped the railing. Everyone thought it was a fan until he demasked himself to find out it was Jungle Boy. Yes, folks, AEW's Jungle Boy showed up in New Japan, attacked Shota Umino, beat him down, threw him in the ring for another big old beat down, and then took out his AEW contract, folks, ripped it up, and walked out. This crowd was hot. I mean, we had a tremendous boost for this kid. There was a CM Punk chant. I mean, if you follow us, we tell you, we've given you the update of we don't know what's going to happen with him. We don't know why he does what he does. But obviously the fans did not want to see this guy there. They gave him the once over. But, folks, Jungle Boy's in New Japan. What's going to happen next? We don't know. We will wait and find out, folks. That's for sure. We still got a couple of shows coming up here in the near future. I'm excited to see what happens. The next match on the card, folks, we had Mascara Dorada and Valador Jr. against Rocky Romero and Sobriano Jr. Folks, if you're a fan of Lucha, this was right up your alley. There was a lot of high flying, a lot of luchador moves. Man, it kept the crowd going. We were juiced. We were hyped for it. We enjoyed it. Obviously, Rocky Romero does his Eddie Guerrero tributes, which gets the crowd so hyped up, man. I mean, if you were a fan of Eddie and you see these tributes that some of these wrestlers do, you can't help but, man. It just warms you up real good. That's just how it goes. In the end, we get your winners. Mascara Dorada, Valador Jr. I mean, what more can I say? There wasn't much to run down. I mean, it was just a lot of back and forth, a lot of, just a Lucha Libre at its purest. The next match, folks, on the card, we had United Empire's own TJP against Bullet Club War Dogs' own, your global heavyweight champion, David Finlay, in a non-title match. Obviously, this match started out hot and heavy with TJP jumping out onto the floor, getting a quick flurry on him until Finlay turns the tables with a quick suplex onto the ramp, which slows TJP down. They return to the ring. TJP tries to follow up and keep going, but damage was done. David Finlay sneaks out, handles his business, hits him with the backbreaker. I mean, just insane. And then, like I said, TJP, fires back up with a quick comeback, only gets shut down one more time. David Finlay hits the fireman's carry to the knee for the 1, 2, 3. I mean, you couldn't ask. You could ask for a better match at all. This was great. I mean, TJP getting the showcase against the global champ. And this is all leading into their match where Bullet Club War Dogs will take on United Empire in a steel cage. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. This was, like I said, an insane match. The people love to hate Finley, love TJP. We're big fans of the Empire. We just, TJP coming up short against David Finley. David Finley doing what Bullet Club does best. They are making sure that, they get the wins by any means necessary. The next match on the card was a rematch from Wrestle Kingdom for the tag team titles, but not the ones that they was hoping to get. For the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Champions, we had Godsend of El Phantasmo and Hikuleo against Bullet Club War Dogs, Alex Conklin and Clark Connors. I mean, what do you expect? There was a rematch, folks. We was waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, before the match, fans taking pictures, enjoying the time. Fans were booing the heck out of the Bullet Club War Dogs because GOD took the time to sit there and take a picture with the young fan. Behind was a photobomb of middle fingers from the War Dogs. Obviously, made the fans mad, really got them into it. But as expected, War Dogs jumpstart the match, trying to get the early upper hand, preventing Hikuleo from making tags, attacking the knees. I mean, taking the big man down. They had a good strong opening for the first few minutes of the match until Hikuleo makes the big tag. El Phantasmo coming in with the quick comeback, ending the match with the Tandem Thunder Kiss 86 with the 1, 2, 3. Your winners and still champions, Godsend, El Phantasmo, Hikuleo. I mean, like I said, folks, it was a great match. I was excited to see it. I was juiced that this was going down. I mean, like I said, man, folks, what more can you say? This crowd was insane. We was expecting some type of intermission during this match, but it was just going. It was hot. You didn't want to kill this crowd off. You let them get into it. I mean, what more can you say? The next match on the card, New Japan Strong Women's Championship of Julia and Trish Adora. Obviously, folks, I know I keep saying it, but it's just, crowd was hyped. This was a beautiful women's match. This is a great, great match. I mean, fan favorite Julia, Trish Adora getting the flowers as well. The fans supported both ends of these women. It was great. They had a nice back and forth. But in the end, folks, we still have your strong women's champion, Julia. It was just great, folks. I mean, why not get excited over this? The women, I mean, presented very, very well, given a ton of respect. I mean, you couldn't get mad at this match. You were just so hyped to see it. You were so juiced. I personally enjoyed it. My kids, like I said, my kids enjoyed it. During your quick break after this match, we get a video package of Mustafa Ali challenging Hiromu Takahashi, Windy City Riot, on April 12th for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. I mean, people were wondering what the heck is going on, Mustafa Ali. I mean, folks, that's another surprise that we got on Saturday. I mean, what more can you say how this show was going? There was such intense things going down. I mean, from Jungle Boy showing up to now this. Everybody wants a piece of New Japan. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Next match, tag team match, folks. We had TMDK, Bad Dude Tito, Zack Sabre Jr. against Matt Riddle and a mystery partner, folks. Mystery partner, none other than the Imperial Unit himself, Jeff Cobb, as the tag partner. Folks, it was very, very, very cool match to see. I mean, the crowd was behind Matt Riddle. Good, bad, and indifferent. The crowd loved him. I mean, Jeff Cobb, obviously big fans there. You know, he's definitely a man from the West Coast. We had to show that man love. TMDK, I mean, you can't get mad at ZSJ and Bad Dude Tito. A very entertaining tag team. But in the end, folks, we had Matt Riddle hit the oh man, I couldn't have the bro Derek or some form of move that he called it gets the win for the team. Obviously, folks, they give the man his dues. He put on a hell of a show. They gave us a hell of a match. No complaints at all. Let me get down here. All right, next match on the card, folks. This was I'm just double checking before I get going. So this was for the AEW Continental NJPW Strong Openweight ROH World Championship. I mean, Continental Crown, Triple Crown, whatever you want to call it. The Five Guys Championship. I don't know. Eddie Kingston was cracking his jokes on it. But we had your champion, Eddie Kingston, against Gabe Kidd. I mean, this was a hard-hitting match, folks. Eddie Kingston coming in, meaning business. It started off hot. Gabe Kidd giving it to Kingston, really showing some sort of dominance that he could have, only because of all the things Eddie Kingston was saying to him weeks before, embarrassing the kid. He was doing his best to try to make sure Eddie would not get an advantage, choking him with the shirt, and then prop Kid up, and then we get Eddie Kingston with the comeback, prop Kid up against Kid, and continued his attack. They were, at first, folks, you're thinking that he was outmatched, but no, it wasn't at all. Gabe Kidd's trying to get the comeback. Referee still trying to keep some type of control during this match. These guys are still outside. Gabe Kidd breaking the count. Eddie Kidd breaking the count to the point to where these guys just could not get enough of each other, and it ended in a double count out. Fans were disappointed, but personally, I felt like that was the best way it could go. After the match, these guys were still going toe to toe. Referees, staff, hands that were outside the ring, keeping these guys from each other. They wanted to tear each other's heads off. I mean, I really wish they would have just restarted it and gave us a no DQ match just so we can get a winner. But folks, it is what it is. Double count out. I mean, what more can you say about it? It was, it's the way it ended. And we get here, folks, your co-main event of the night. Jon Moxley against the Rampage Dragon, Shingo Takagi, in a street fight. Oh my goodness, folks. This match was crazy. I've never seen this side of Shingo. I mean, honestly, I didn't think this was going to happen, but Shingo was doing his damnedest to take out Moxley. I mean, this started in the ring. It ended outside the ring. We had tables. We had chairs. We had kendo sticks. I mean, it got to the point where Moxley broke a kendo stick and stuck it in Shingo's head like they would do skewers. If they throw the kitchen sink out if this was what it was going to be. But, I mean, it was great for what it was. If you know Moxley, this is kind of his domain, and that's, no complaints here. I'm a fan of hardcore. I know there's fans out there as well. If not, folks, I mean, like we said before, if you have an opinion on this match, if you didn't like it, let us know. That's cool with us. Not everyone's cup of tea. I mean, heck, the show was not everyone's cup of tea because there was other shows going on the same night. But, folks, I'm only here to tell you about the show that I was at because that's what I was covering for the night. And that's okay. Folks, we all have an opinion here at the Value of Wrestling. We accept all opinions. We never ever judged anyone. This is for the fans, from wrestling fans, for the wrestling fan, folks. Nothing but love and respect here. In the end, folks, we get a Death Rider onto a steel chair. Jon Moxley, your winner. Oh, man. Now, before I get to this main event, folks, I mean, I'm going to call a spade here. Like I said, there was a lot of hype. It was really great. Everyone was juiced for this. The show was insane. I mean, obviously you can tell my voice is still hoarse. I lost mine. I mean, you probably heard it yesterday during the roundup. I mean, I sound like trash. I'll be honest with you folks. It's okay. But, I'm still here giving you the once over as I would do. Now we're going to go ahead. We'll get to business right here, folks. Your main event of the night. Aerial Assassin, Will Ospreay, Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. It opened up with a hell of a stare down. They really slowed this one down, folks. They ate it up. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, I probably have one of the best shots of the night of the first lockup. I mean, folks, the fans cheered for the first lockup. We were waiting for the first lockup. Everybody went insane. I mean, this was a huge, huge back and forth match. That started in the ring with good technical moves, ended up to the outside of the ring as well. I mean, we've had Ospreay go for his move. He went for the Oz Cutter 2 or 3 different times, only to get countered into a Rainmaker that was countered to the knee to the face. I mean, folks, lots of back and forth. They really, really burnt this crowd into it. They took you for a ride. There was nothing better than this storytelling that they were doing. I mean, it was just, oh man. I mean, I'm sorry. It was such a beautiful match, a beautiful way. I mean, Ospreay, going in for the hidden blade, only to get drop kicked to the knees again. More back and forth. Okada with another drop kick. Ospreay reversed it into a power bomb, which got the big pop of the night. After rocking Ospreay, Okada took a step back to get another forearm and then a Rainmaker from Ospreay. Ospreay giving the old Rainmaker, which makes Okada kicked out at 2. Ospreay tried the Stormbreaker. Okada avoided it. Ospreay with another Stormbreaker, this time successful, getting the 2 count. I mean, after that kick out, Ospreay got up, went for one more hidden blade, only this time to catch a Rainmaker. Your winner, folks. Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker himself, giving Ospreay the send-off. We all know that Ospreay is going to AEW, folks, and we here at the Value of Wrestling are very worried about how that's going to go, only the way because most of the New Japan wrestlers have been represented. I mean, even their own talent weight's been represented. Never in a good light. After the match, folks, I mean, crowd giving the standing ovation. We get a hug in the middle of the ring. I mean, very emotional. Ospreay cut a small promo, as well did Okada. Ospreay thanking Okada for the chance that he gave him. Because if you don't know, Ospreay was a part of Team Chaos, which is led by Okada. It's a nice stable. It's a hell of a start, folks. It was really, really, really emotional for the fans that night. We all, love and respect our wrestlers, and to see a wrestler, get the send off he deserves, which, like I said, a great thing. And as for Okada, we don't know where his contract is leaning either. I mean, we don't even know if this is going to be the last time we see him there. I know we have a couple of events coming up that I'll go ahead and get into, because I know the big thing at Battle in the Valley was Ospreay's farewell from New Japan on stateside. But we have New Beginning coming up, folks, and that first one, obviously, I'm trying to see if it's here on this card or not. Okay, no, it's not on this card. I want to say it's in Osaka, February 11th. Will be the last time we see Will Ospreay in New Japan. For that main event, I think that is the steel cage match. Yep. No time limit, steel cage match. Francisco Akira, TJP, Nare, Jeff Cobb, and Will Ospreay against Bullet Club's Drilla Mahoney, Clark Connors, Gabe Kidd, Alex Conklin, and David Finlay. The big story of Saturday, folks, was Will Ospreay's send-off from the States. And February 11th will be the last time Ospreay's in a New Japan ring. So we here at Value Wrestling give our respects and our thank yous to Will Ospreay and wish him the best of luck in AEW. And folks, like I said before, catch us Mondays. We'll catch the boys Paul S. Big Time on YouTube for your Raw review later tonight at 11:15, 11:30. Catch them Wednesday for your Dynamite review. Catch them Friday for your SmackDown review. Sometimes I pop my head in there. Sometimes you see your boy, but it's all good. But you catch my other tag team partners in this. The main man himself, Big Time, and the big man himself, Paul S. Clark. You catch him every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for your reviews. And then again, folks, follow that link below. Go ahead, you hit the like, hit the bell, share this with your friends. Let them know what's up. Let them know that we're coming, that we are out for the March to 1,000, folks. We are here to be the best we can be in the world of wrestling podcasts. We're trying to take over that spot in the IWC. Till then, folks, I'm Miguel Z. I'm checking out of here, and I will catch you again on the Rebound.
Something, I mean it. These things happen. Yeah.
If I ever said I'm never scared.